I didn't lose my marriage in a fight. It wasn't loud. There was no door slammed, no final words. Just one evening. I remember sitting at the kitchen table, watching the steam come off my tea, and she was right there, across from me, close enough to touch. But I didn't. I don't remember what she said. I only remember that I didn't really hear it. And I keep wondering, was that the moment it started, or the moment it ended? We were married 47 years. That's what I tell people, 47. Sounds like something strong, doesn't it? Like something that survived everything. And maybe it did for a while. In the beginning, it was simple. We didn't have much. Small apartment, thin walls, a couch that made noise every time you sat down. But we used to talk, a lot. About nothing, mostly. What we saw that day, what we wanted to do, sometimes just sitting there, making fun of the TV. She used to laugh at things that weren't even funny, and I used to wait for it, that laugh, like it meant everything was okay. There was this one night. I came home late from work. I remember being tired, really tired. And she had stayed up, just sitting there with the lamp on. "Thought you'd be hungry," she said. There was a plate on the table, cold by then. I told her, "You didn't have to wait." She just shrugged, smiled a little. I wanted to. That was it. Nothing special, but I think about that moment a lot now, because somewhere along the way, she stopped waiting. It didn't change all at once. That's the thing nobody tells you. There's no clear day, no date you can point to. It just shifts, little by little. You start coming home, and instead of talking, you turn on the TV. Not because you want to watch something, but because it fills the room. I used to ask her how her day was, every day. Then it became, "How was it?" Then just, "Good?" And eventually, I didn't ask at all. Not because I didn't care. I think I just assumed I already knew. And maybe she thought the same. We started sitting together, but doing different things. She'd be reading something on her phone. I'd be watching the news. Every now and then, one of us would say something. A comment about the weather or something on TV. Short, quick, like checking a box. "Did you see that?" "Yeah." That was enough at the time. At least, it felt like enough. There was this moment. I didn't think much of it back then. She asked me one night, "Do you think we talk less now?" I didn't even look away from the TV. I just said, "I don't know. Maybe we're just comfortable." Comfortable. That's the word I used. She didn't say anything after that, just nodded a little. I remember the sound of her spoon tapping lightly against the cup, over and over. I think she was waiting for me to say more. I didn't. You don't notice it when it starts. That's the dangerous part. There's no alarm, no warning, just fewer words, less eye contact, more silence that doesn't feel heavy yet. Just quiet. And quiet feels safe, at first. I started working more, not because I had to, but because it was easier. There was always something to fix, something to finish, something that felt productive. At home, there was nothing to solve, just space. And I didn't know what to do with it. She stopped asking me to sit with her, stopped asking me to watch things together, Stopped asking much at all. Not in an angry way, just quietly. Like she adjusted. Like she figured it out on her own. There was a Sunday afternoon. I remember it clearly. The TV was on, some show I wasn't really watching. She was sitting next to me, closer than usual. I think she leaned in a little, like she wanted to say something, but she didn't. After a minute, she stood up, went into the other room, closed the door softly, and I didn't follow. I told myself, she probably just wants some space. But the truth is, I didn't want to interrupt whatever I thought was easier. That might have been it. Not a fight, not a decision, just one person trying, and the other not noticing. After that, things felt normal. That's the strange part. No big change. We still ate together, still slept in the same bed, still lived the same life on the outside. But something felt thinner. Like the connection wasn't holding the same way. You ever sit next to someone and realize you don't really know what they're thinking anymore? Not because they're hiding it, but because you stopped asking. That's where we were. I started noticing little things. She laughed less, not in a dramatic way, just less often. And when she did, it wasn't the same. Shorter, quieter, like it didn't come from the same place. One night, I looked over at her. She was on her phone, the light from the screen on her face. And I had this strange thought. I didn't know what she was looking at, not even a guess. That never used to happen. I used to know everything about her day, the small things, the pointless things, the things that don't matter until they do. You think distance looks like space, like two people standing far apart. But sometimes it's two people sitting right next to each other, not saying anything, not expecting anything. There was no moment where we said, "This isn't working." No conversation like that, just less of everything. Less talking, less touching, less noticing. And then one day, I realized something that didn't feel fixable. I was sitting in the living room. She walked past me, and I had this thought. I didn't reach out. I didn't say her name. I didn't even look up right away. And when I did, she was already gone into the other room. And it hit me. Not hard, not dramatic, just quiet, like something settling. I didn't feel the need to follow her, not because I didn't love her, but because I had gotten used to not needing to. That's the part that stays with me. Not anger, not regret at first, just how easy it became. You don't notice when effort disappears. It doesn't leave all at once, it just fades. And you adjust to the version of your life that requires less of you. Years passed like that. No fights, no big problems. From the outside, we looked fine, maybe even stable. But inside, there wasn't much left holding us together. Just habit, routine, shared space. And then, one evening, I saw her sitting alone, Same chair she always used, same lamp, same quiet room. And I realized something. I didn't know what she needed from me anymore. Not because she changed, but because I stopped paying attention when it mattered. That's when the regret started. Not loud, not overwhelming, just this steady feeling, like I missed something important, and I couldn't go back and find it. You tell yourself, I'll fix it tomorrow. I'll talk more next week. I'll make time soon. But the truth is, there's no moment where it feels urgent until it's already too late. I remember finally asking her, "Are you okay?" She looked at me, longer than usual. Then she said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And that should have been enough. But it wasn't, because I knew that's exactly what I used to say when I didn't want to explain something. We didn't lose each other in a fight. We didn't break anything. We just stopped building, stopped showing up, stopped choosing each other in small ways. And the hardest part is, it didn't feel like a mistake while it was happening. It felt like life, normal, routine, safe. You think silence means peace, but sometimes it just means something already ended. If your partner feels distant, it's probably not sudden. It's probably been happening for a while, in small ways, in moments you didn't think mattered. And I'm not saying panic, I'm just saying pay attention. Because one day, you might look up and realize you're sitting across from someone you used to know completely. And now, you don't know what they're thinking at all. And there's no argument to fix, no clear problem to solve. Just distance. I'm 91 now, and if there's one thing I understand, it's this. We didn't lose each other in a fight. We lost each other in silence.